Hello, friends. Welcome to episode 3, Link Marines, with your host, Link Speaker.
And Gemini Link.
We also have a special guest from the community, Medicated Link.
What's up, boys and girls?
During this episode, we will be covering why we got into Chainlink, a war against Pepe the Frog, and just in general good vibes. This is more of a go with the flow episode to allow our listeners the opportunity to get to know us a little bit better. Now, let's dive right in. So, first of all, Medicated, I want to take a moment here and thank you for coming on our episode and being a special guest with us.
Oh man, I appreciate you guys having me on.
So, what can you kind of take us to story time here, and what got you into Chainlink? When did you get in? What was the price point you got in at? What made you get in?
I got in at 57 cents. Now, when I say I got in at 57 cents, that is the first time I bought Chainlink. That was in, I think, beginning of 2018 when we started to come down off that 2017, whatever you want to call that insanity. But yeah, I found Chainlink. I would want to say around middle of 2018, around 57 cents or so. I bought a little bit at a time. Wasn't accumulating too much until I'd say middle of 2019. I just started to hear about it more. You started to hear about this thing called like DeFi and stuff, and I'm not too much into the crypto trading game and all that. What I've really gotten well at is buying link dips and holding them, and I've learned how to do that since middle of 2019. But it went to March 2020 is when I really became a full-fledged Link Marine. That's when I hopped on Twitter. When I changed the profile pic, and that's when I bought the best dip of my my whole crypto career. I've been in crypto since December 2017. Kind of like probably most of you kind of FOMO'd in from a friend of a friend saying something about it. But yeah, 57 cents. I heard about it on Chico Crypto. I really liked him back in the day when I was looking at. He had like 30,000 followers. He was just getting started. He used to do a beer and what was it? Crypto in a cold one or something and all that stuff, and yeah, he was talking about it, and so I started following him, and he would mention it every couple of weeks, and I'd just buy more and more, and then finally in March 2020 I made the choice to take half a Bitcoin that I had saved up. It took me about a year to get that thing, man, and I was really happy about it. And I know it's probably not a lot to most of the Marines on here. To me it was. I didn't have a lot back in the day, so half a Bitcoin. I wore that thing on my chest. Like, I was happy about it. And then when COVID hit, everything. We all know everything took a shit. So I was fortunate enough to keep my job. I was working for an essential business. We got 40% busier. I didn't take off the whole year. I stuck my nose to the ground and just grinded it out like everybody else did as well, and they still are. But Link gave me the confidence to quit my job 10 weeks ago and just focus on what I love. And obviously, if you guys are on here, you know me, then you know what I do for a living, and what I love to do is grow marijuana. That's what I do. That's what I'm best at, and I've never had the time or the confidence to fully get into it, to make it a legal business where I pay my taxes, and I can actually become something that I want to do. And that's all goes back to that first time I bought Link at 57 cents. I did research on it from then on, and every day I get more bullish on it. Days like this when it's dropping $1 or whatever, I'm rubbing my hands over here because that's when I'm buying. I don't, people, do you really think Link's gonna not go above $13 again? That's how I think about it. Like, I honestly just go like, this is the highest it's ever gonna go. No, it's already gone to $20. Once it blows past 25, I could go on and on. But yeah, that's how I got into Link. And then the community. When I got in March and went like literally all in, it was easier than I thought, because watching everybody else on Twitter and just seeing the community that we have, and how crazy it is, how far that we've come, in such a short time. If you guys just go back and look at middle August chart, if you're times like this when it's dropping, I go back and look at charts to just get more bullish on things. And I really don't get down on Chainlink. I really don't, guys. I haven't sold one. I hope I never have to. I'm fortunate enough, like I was saying, to save up enough money, working my ass off this year, no vacations, and yeah, man. Here's to more Chainlink. That's all I got to say right now.
And first of all, great story. That it's I wish I would have got it at 57 cents. I mean, 57 cents buy-in is amazing. What was the point that you bought in at March? Did you buy in at that huge dip where everything else was just all
Yeah.
the way at the
Oh
bottom?
yeah.
So
The lowest
it
I
was like
got
what
to
$1.97 or something like that?
the lowest I got to was 157. I mean, I have screenshots of them, like, and I show them like trophies to people because I was
Oh, you
so
should.
happy. I have never called a trade right. Usually, like my first 2 years in crypto, I was buying the dumbest shit in the world, man. Like, no offense to any of those other coins or their communities, but I just was buying some dumb crap that had no chance of being anything. And honestly, I mean, since I bought in Link, I mean, I've seen it really go nothing but up. There's been bad dips, but if you hold, it's not really, you don't
Exactly.
really, it's
Long-term
how you think
confidence.
about it. It's how you think
Exactly.
about it. Is this an investment or is this a trade? And
Exactly.
I don't really trade, to be honest, guys. I really don't. I might buy a coin here and there. I might buy some ocean to mess around with, or you know what I mean, lock something up in a vault, but it's only a little bit because I want to buy more Link. That's what I want, just don't have enough money to diversify to make it worth it, really. Like I'd rather just keep putting it into Link.
Bro, to me, that sounds like a really, because I've not really said much right now, but I really love your story. You've really explained it really well to the community there, and it gives me inspiration. To be fair, the fact that you got in so early and your view on the chart, on the prices of Chainlink, and when they do have bad days and dips, you just look at it as days of, you know what, this is a good opportunity to buy the red and watch it increase. You don't really have to be very technical in this game if you've got that technique.
Exactly. No,
And
I
so,
appreciate it.
and a couple more follow-up questions that I have for you, Medicated, is, I mean, so you got in at 57 cents. You're more of an investor, you're more of a long-term holder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Super active in the Chainlink community. But I mean, who got you in? Was there a specific person that link pilled you? Was there other than Chino Crypto, but like, did you ask anyone follow-up questions? Like, was
Nope.
there anyone that was kind of your guide?
Mm-mm.
You saw Chino Crypto, you saw his videos, that kind of link pilled you, but you didn't have anyone else that was a friend or someone that you were following, like an influencer that really got you into Chainlink?
No, Chico was the one there. That's the one that I heard about it from in 2018. And then the guy that got me into my crypto, the only in real life friend I have that is in crypto, he got me into Ethereum to start. But he got on to Tron and some other coins that I kind of, just had no interest in. So I started looking for influencers on YouTube to listen to, and Chico seemed to be the only one that like seemed like he was actually putting in like legitimate work at the time. But there's been a lot of other ones that have come up since then. But yeah, no, nobody handed it to me. Like I've been trying to do that with my family and my friends and my old coworkers, trying to bring people with me to the top, because we're
Yep.
on our way there. I know you
Yep.
guys are going to be there, and that's why I'm engaging so much with this community, and that's why I love it so much. Is because you guys are going to be my friends when we get there. I don't want to. I don't want to be around the same environment when I'm rich with Link and not have anybody
Exactly.
to celebrate that with. Like I want to have friends where we build those friendships now before the riches come, and then the real friendship versus how much money do you have and what can you do for me friendships, which is like, most of the friendships nowadays. But yeah, man, the Link community is I'm hooked on it. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be on there every day, laughing with you guys, defending it, from this Daniel, what I can't even remember his name, but we'll get into that some maybe a little later. But yeah, that's how I got in, man. I honestly I wasn't lucky. I made the choice, and I think that's why I'm so in love with Link and I'm so loyal to it, is because it's like I found it when it was a little pup and I raised it, and it's become this beast, and it's just gonna get bigger and bigger, and
Well,
we're
it's not
going to the
even.
moon.
Yeah, it's not even fully in beast mode yet, and that's the even cooler part of it, right?
Scary. That's the
Oh,
scary
it's
part.
so exciting! It's so exciting. So, I mean, this is such a great story. You got in at 57 cents. You've been writing it out. You're more of an investor than a trader. It's active in the community. I think that you in general are a perfect specimen of of a true Marine, right? I mean, got in early, trying to bring people with you, want to build up friendships in the community. And so I mean, I honestly don't know if we could have picked a better person to have on the podcast. I definitely appreciate that story. Now, moving on to Gemini, I mean, what's your story?
Well, where can I start with this one? Well, from a young age, personally, from what helped me get into crypto was usually from working for a lot of people who I didn't really enjoy working for. So I kind of invested in myself. I started doing an online TA course, just reading charts, and I spent a good 6 months doing this. I also owned a little bit of Bitcoin, probably in 2018. I definitely didn't get it at the lowest point I would have wanted to get it at. But after then, over the years, I think 2020 at the start of this year, this is when I really started, to focus on the charts. And all of a sudden, I made a Twitter account, and I called myself Gemini Crypto, which is why my name is Gemini C on Twitter. And after doing some searching around and looking at, the basic Bitcoin, Ethereum, somehow I seen some Pepe the Frogs, and I was like, what the fuck is this? So I was like, right, I'm gonna have a quick look online. And before I knew it, I was tweeting about Link. I was asking about the price. I was watching the chart, and I was looking at it around about probably around the $3 mark. And that's when I kind of invested into it. It is at about $3. And the reason I invested in it was not because of me researching the technology of it and the beautiful Oracle solving problem solution that it is. It was more for the fact of the energy that I got on Twitter from the people, because as soon as I tweeted about Link Marines and I was like, should I buy Link? Honestly, I've never had so many people, give me support and say yes and say welcome friend when I did first buy that first Link. And from there, pretty much it's just been a buy the dip, hold and watch it rise, and I've been buying it ever since $3 all the way up to $20, and I'm still sitting there. I wish I could say I'm buying it each week. I've spent quite a bit of money on it, but I do believe within the near future it is going to pay off. But for me, it's not about the money. Like you said, Medicated, it is about the community. And one person that did get me in there was a guy called Link Finland. And I don't know if you know him. He's kind of changed his name now. He's called Jude.
He works for him now.
I don't know if I can butcher your name, Link Finland. I might just keep it at that because I'm not going to attempt to say your name there.
Love that guy.
Yeah, he's been an inspiration for me, and he's a really, really nice guy actually. And he started off as a frog, and now he's come out as a real person. Obviously, we are all real people. I'm not saying that, but he has obviously been advocated for Link in his home country of Finland.
Yeah,
and I think they do have a massive community there as well. So I think he was one of the main people that inspired me to buy into Chainlink, along with the energies that I received. Because I don't know, man, as soon as I was online, I was just like, these people are just uplifting, beautiful people. Like everyone is in this together as a community. So that for me was.
Isn't it amazing though? I mean, isn't it, for me personally, I have not been able to find an online community that has nearly the type of energy, the type of dedication, and just the forewarning that the Chainlink community has. I mean, look at the three of us, right? We met through Twitter. We all follow the same people, all like and retweet the same stuff, and the same people we follow have this amazing energy. I think we got the best
off each other by far. I don't even know if there's another one even close.
Yeah, there's literally from me,
especially on Twitter. It's pretty toxic on there, man. It's got to be the most positive community in crypto. I mean, it's got to be.
It's definitely up there. And in fact, I would even put this out on the episode. I mean, someone find us a more uplifting, amazing community, and I'll give them 10 Chainlink. Someone find me that.
Yeah.
And someone find me better friends than I know it sounds weird, but like you've got friends on in real life, but then you've got friends on fucking Twitter and in this Chainlink community, and it's a completely different feel. It's like, you know, you don't even really know these people's names like by the first human given names. It's more of like Medicated Link, and he's got a picture with Pepe with red eyes, and then you see Link Speaker, and he's got a Link Speaker in a sergeant. Is it a sergeant figure? A general, sorry for undermining you there. and then you've got me, who's just the little meditative frog, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And you don't have to. That's the beauty of this community. You don't have to be a birth given name. You can be who you want to be, and most people do that behind a frog. And 99% of these people that are doing this are positive and they are uplifting, and it's a community. So for me, it's just a beautiful thing.
I agree. So, I mean, we have Medicated who got in with the Chino crypto, loved the energy in the community as well. We have Gemini, who honestly didn't do any research on the project, right? And then we have me, who is honestly kind of a mix in between. And so to kind of tell you guys my story, I was actually out in California, 2018, 2019. Right after the whole bull run kicked off, I was working on a crypto startup that was basically going to build a ecosystem that would allow you to use any crypto in the world to perform almost any action, all using our native seed token. And so imagine, for an example, you wanted a lawyer in China to write a legally binding contract, but you didn't want to pay him until the contract was done and blah, 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 right? So you have the blockchain, you have all the cryptos in the world, and it all works together in this ecosystem. And we were building that. And my business partner, kind of screwed me over. And so during that whole process, I learned a lot about all the cryptos, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the ecosystems that were being built. And so that was kind of my base. And then earlier this year in 2020, I was making a lot of money selling real estate and was looking for something to actively invest in. And Blake, who's on our Discord server, was posting something on Facebook and said, "Hey, here's Chainlink. We're up literally $2 in a few months. You guys should get in before the rocket ship takes off." That was at $6.15. And I'm like, wow, it's literally increased $2 in a very short period of time. Let me check this out. And I went over his house, and he just straight link pilled me, like showed me video after video, article after article. He was red in the face with how excited he was, right? He's like, go follow these people on Twitter. It was Crypto Oracle and Chainlink God. And then Finland, the guy you were talking about, he said, go follow those guys and just do a deep dive. And when I saw the community, when I saw the tech, when I saw what the project was doing and what Chainlink its goal to solve was, I was in. I was in. I mean, I bought a nice sized bag at $6.15. The next week after that, it was already up to $7-8. I was like, okay. Bought another bag, bought all the way up to 20. I bought like 13, 15, 17, and then bought on the way back down at like 15 again, and then 13. And then I did not, unfortunately, buy the bottom at 7-8 again, but I have bought some more recently. So my story is a little bit more of in between. I did a lot of research, but I did a lot of research because I had a person who knew what they were talking about introducing me into the community. So it's honestly a glorious thing, the Chainlink community. I agree with you guys for sure.
Yeah. That is a nice story, bro. And you know what? It's good that I've realized from being a friend with you that you are very, very good at deep diving into these different coins, and I can imagine what you would have been like when your friend Blake told you about this coin. You would have literally gone on your keyboard and you'd have seen everything. You'd have researched the team, all the technology. And I'm only now realizing how, well, not just now, but over the past few months, probably in 2020, when I've had a bit more time from myself, this COVID has been a blessing in disguise for me. it's kind of threw me onto the journey of crypto a little bit more. And I think it's a really beautiful thing that you have got that friendship with Blake to show you that, because there's a lot of people probably out there that did never get that, from anyone. This is just, for me, it was maybe the same as Medicated Link as well. It was just from feelings and from the community and just from, maybe one person who's inspired you to buy it. So.
Oh, I definitely cherish Blake's friendship for sure. I mean, the fact that I have someone to bounce these ideas off of with Chainlink. He and I are always at the gym talking about, hey, this is the price action on Chainlink. Where do we see it going? It's honestly amazing, and I honestly would have never had that type of friendship had it not been for Chainlink. So,
I wish I accumulated more when it was in that 57-cent range. That's just when I got in. When I really started to buy was before $5. I remember we hit $5 like 3 times and we just could not blast through it. And then when we did, that's when we went to $20 in like 2 weeks. So that's kind of more my story, is right around that $3 to $5 range, like you were saying, Gemini. That's kind of when I got in, right around there. But when I bought my first link, it was at 57 cents. I wish I
have to say. You know what though? You can never. I've learned that from this space as well. You can always think coulda, woulda, shoulda, and you can't.
Oh, yeah,
the fact that you got in there at 57 cents, and the fact that you took that intuition and it was like, you know what, I'm just going to invest. It doesn't even matter how much money or like how much you invested. It's the fact that you was already planted that seed, and over the year it has grown. And look at you now. You're a full on Link Marine. So
I love it, man. I love being a part of this community. It's not just about getting money and getting rich. I mean, honestly, cool, that's great, but that's not usually what motivates me to do anything in my life. Money's just the thing that comes from doing what you love and what you want to do. I mean, I feel for all the people that are out right now working while we're laughing and telling stories about, Chainlink and stuff. I feel for them. And I did all that. I feel for them so much. But they're so close. And if they just start making their plan now, instead of, oh, I'm rich, now what do I do? You got to plan this shit out. When you exit your job, you got to understand you're going to have months of bills. Your bills don't stop coming. They don't care about COVID. They don't care about your grandma died. They don't give a fuck. Your bills are going to keep coming no matter what. So start making a plan to get out of there, though, because you can't expand on yourself or your mind or the universe or anything when you are a slave to that 9 to 5 and making someone else money.
Well,
we got to grind it out and make money, but we can't. You got to try to also believe in yourself and do what you want to do.
Well, and if we really think and think about what crypto in general does, is it gives the control of money back to the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
It puts us back in our hands, and so one of the reasons that I love Chainlink so much is its freedom, right? If you have the ability to do the deep dive, to understand what Chainlink is and to understand how much it's going to change the future, by investing in it, every single Chainlink that you pick up is more freedom for your future. That's the way I look at it personally.
Yeah, grind it out. Get as much as you can right now. Work as many hours as you can. Put that overtime in and just buy right now, because it's going to be so expensive. You're not going to be we're going to be like, dude, I wish I bought it 13 instead of waiting for 10. I wish I bought it, what it could have.
Anything below 20, anything below 20, honestly, is fantastic.
Money in the bag.
Oh,
I bought it almost every dollar amount of Chainlink. I mean, except I've 17, 18, 19, and $6 are the only amount that I haven't bought in Chainlink at. I almost got it down to 6, but it didn't go past 750. It bounced so hard up.
It bounced hard. It bounced out of the 7s. When we had that big retrace, it bounced out of the 7s in 15, 20 minutes.
Yep.
I saw people on Twitter like, holy crap, who else bought in the 7s?
I didn't call that one. I got into the 7s on the way up. I had to get to a 7.7 or a 777. That's what I love.
Yeah, that's the same as me. I got in at 777 as well. I don't know what it is about them numbers.
That's our number, man. Jackpot.
Oh, of course. But even if I see like 3-3, or even if it goes to 13-33, I'm like, yeah, that's a buy signal straight away.
No, the best thing about this community though is like when somebody tries to hit it, like when it's banned or when it's XRP or now it's this, what is Daniel Hoffman, this guy coming on, everybody just hops on our clout train or whatever you want to call it nowadays. But it's just it's so crazy to see how smart some of these people are. Like I cannot say near as smart as some of these people on these computers nowadays. When they're explaining how Chainlink works to me, like I have to read it a couple times because there's words in there that I don't even understand. I gotta go look those words up because I'm just I'm still getting used to crypto and stuff on being real into it and all that. Like now that I quit my job, I've been able to really dive into it and start looking into, staking and farming, all this fun stuff that I didn't know about. I'm doing it on a very small level because my main goal is to just stack more Link and accumulate. But it's just there's some incredible people on here, some incredibly smart people that you can gain so much knowledge from. In a couple hours, you can really have an understanding of what this thing is going to do. And if you do that for every day for a couple weeks, you just get more and more bullish because you understand that this is gonna change the world.
Literally,
it's not just the states or
it's what's
the
powering.
UK,
It's what's
the
powering
world.
Yeah, and so it's what's powering. It's powering the DeFi revolution, and so that's I think that's honestly a perfect transition. So to our listeners, you guys have now heard a little bit more about our stories, learned a little bit more about us as Link Marines, and why we love the Chainlink community so much. And now I think it's fun to call out some of these naysayers, right? I mean, this David Hoffman guy, for anyone that's not following it, and the fact that we're even giving him attention is obnoxious to me. But we got to call exactly.
It's our coin.
Exactly. It's our community. He's calling us out, and he posted on his Twitter that he was declaring a war on green frogs for some reason. Just did not like the green frogs and has look, to quote one of his tweets, look, I know how to use Photoshop too. Your green frog army has no power here, Mr. Pepe. And just calling out, talking shit for no reason about the Chainlink community, and even follows up, I think, after he had gotten a lot of backlash, of saying, I don't hate the Chainlink community, I just dislike the green frogs. I mean, what's your guys' take on this guy, this joke?
Honestly, personally, I just think he's begging for attention, and he's trying to ride the Link Marines and the Link community to gain more followers. But what he doesn't realize is we have over 268,000 Link holders now. So if you ever think that you can ever outpower us in that sense on Twitter, you're not going to get the attention you want, and you're not going to gain the followers that you think you might get from this. So I don't really understand it, because he's got F in his name, and F and Link are connected quite deeply. So I'm not too sure what he's trying to achieve, apart from maybe this attention he's getting right now. But personally, I just think if every Link Marine can just post a picture of a frog on his page and just spam him with frogs just to make him happy.
It's what he wants, right? Engagement, right? That's what he said. He's like, I'm hitting record high engagement numbers. It's like, yeah, that's what we do, buddy. We make you famous. How do you like that? And like, dude, you never see like Link Marines hopping on unless they attack us first. You don't see us starting it. Like, we don't have time for that shit. We don't go hop on other pages and go, your coin sucks, look at our coin. It's you guys start something and we come in and finish it.
Now, to correct you on just one point, the only time I've this is really funny, honestly. The only time I've ever seen the Link Marines united on talking about a shitcoin is with Band.
Yeah,
it's a counterfeit, dude.
It's a direct
like a
copy
knockoff, dude.
It literally, it's Band is just a direct copy. And for any of you guys that are kind of new to the Chainlink space or just listening to these episodes, Band is basically a direct copy that their community thinks are so much better because they're quote unquote 5 times faster. But
That's terrible.
Literally, it takes them 4 months or 3 months, the last time I checked, to have the same amount of price feed requests that Chainlink processes in just a few days.
Absolutely.
So they're not even anywhere close. So I had to call out the correction. But other than that, the Link Marines are never BS talking any other crypto ever.
No, we're too
No.
focused on our coin, man. We're having a good time over here, and people don't like when you have a good time, which is a sad thing, but that's where it comes from. I mean, I don't hate Ethereum. It's we need it. And Bitcoin, I want it to go up. It's all good for us. When
Exactly.
it goes up, it falls back down into the altcoins. I mean,
Trickles down. Yep.
yeah, I mean, if you've been in this cycle long enough, you know the game. It's just you just got to keep your emotions out of it. I mean, keep the good ones if you can. I understand it's hard, but when you buy Link and just send it off to your ledger, and just don't worry about it. When you leave it on your phone,
Comfy.
you leave it to
You're comfy.
you're gonna mess with it if you leave it on your phone, man.
Yep.
Take it off your phone. Take it off the exchanges. Sorry. Put it on your ledger and put it somewhere safe in a safe, hopefully, and let it go, man. I swear, it's worth
Comfy.
anybody
That's
that
it.
I've ever link filled has made money. None of them are in the negative. None of them, and it's not that
Yeah.
many. It's maybe 3 people, but still, I mean, for me to do that in real life and to get someone to understand, like, put your money into this, and especially this year when nobody really has any spare money, you know.
Well,
So
to me personally, actually, I'm glad you brought up this year. I mean, this year is honestly the perfect year to start transitioning into crypto because
mhm.
the U.S. dollar is becoming more and more worthless
Oh,
as they
God, it's
continue to
terrible.
print trillions of dollars and hyperinflate the petrodollar
Mhm.
or the U.S. dollar, right? And so that's actually something I had a conversation with a friend is, he's like, oh, I don't know if I want to take the risk, blah, 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 blah. All the BS excuses that most people have when they're trying to get
Mhm.
into crypto. And I'm like, so the thousands of dollars that you have sitting in your bank account that is becoming 3 to 7%
Useless.
more useless every single year due to inflation, or crypto that has hundreds of percents of average return during a bull run, if not thousands.
Yeah. And that's actually your money, and they're not fractionally reserving or lending it. Like that $1,000 is just a
Exactly.
number on your screen. They're lending out your money right now. If we all went to the bank right now and tried to cash it out, they'd shut down in an hour.
Yep.
Literally, less than that
Yep.
probably. This is your money. I don't know why you guys. We work so freaking hard for all our money. Please, just don't let it sit in your bank account and do nothing. If you have spare money sitting in your bank account, you need to put it in the Link right now. I'm
Now
telling
that's
you.
not financial advice, of
No.
course,
Oh,
for
definitely
everyone.
not. Thank me later, though.
I
Exactly.
mean, the problem is with that for me personally, because I do have a bit of money in the bank, but when you're traveling around, it's not, you can't really just have no fiat money, unfortunately, unless you do have obviously like a crypto card, for example, where I could switch all of my fiat into Bitcoin right now, or all my crypto into Ethereum, whatever, and then use that,
Mhm.
to pay in shops and stuff. But unfortunately, in this system that we're in, they want us to have fiat still, and they want the world to run on fiat at the moment. So
Very
it's
true.
a
Very true.
it's a bit of a for me personally, I am highly invested in crypto, but I do have a emergency backup in fiat as well, just in case, when you are in different countries. Like, for example, I'm in Portugal, and I don't think a lot of these places in Portugal accept crypto as payment. So it's a bit of a transition that we are going through, especially with Chainlink as well. Hopefully one day Chainlink will be just like Bitcoin and Ethereum, where you can put it onto a card and you can spend that anywhere you go.
Well, I'm actually really happy you brought that up, Gemini. Have you seen what PayPal and Coinbase are doing?
Are they creating cards or?
Yes. So
Yeah.
Coinbase just announced. I read an email because I have a Coinbase account. That they are launching a debit card that will link directly to your Coinbase account, and they're going to have a series of cryptos that you'll be able to, kind of like the stable ones, right? Ren, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I'm sure will be 3 of them, and then there'll be some more. That you'll be able to have in your account, and it will convert it at the point of sale instantly. Obviously, charging a fee because it's Coinbase. But charging a fee, transitioning it, and it's a Visa debit card. So anywhere that Visa is accepted, which is basically the whole globe, right? You'll be able to use your Coinbase account. So that opposition of needing to convert it into fiat and have some is going to very shortly become a obsolete point.
Yeah,
God,
but
I'm so
my
fucking
counteract
excited.
on that is, do you know my only problem with that is it'd be better if Ledger or Trezor did the same thing, because I trust them a little bit more than Coinbase
Sure.
or any exchange, and I'd love it if I could just go, right, Trezor are releasing a debit card where all of your secure crypto is now easily transferred into fiat at instant spending and with low fees, run by a Chainlink node, so it's instant and it's beautifully priced, and the fees are very low. So personally, I think it's a good idea, but PayPal and Coinbase, I don't really like to leave any money on them platforms.
Centralized. Yeah, no, that's a great point. That's a great point, honestly. So I agree though. It's something that's needed, and we are definitely in a little bit of a transition period here. But I think in the next year, especially with this bull run coming up, guys, I mean, people are going to want easier spending methods instead of having to wait. Like, have you guys Medicated? Have you tried to pull out any of your money and convert it and take it out of your bank account?
Yeah. I mean, just over the years of being in crypto, but yeah.
Did it take you 3 days? Oh, dude. Oh, man. And that 3 days feels like it takes forever. I just recently had to pull out some money, and I did it through Binance, and it literally took 3 days. It should not. Guys, we are in 2020, going into 2021. Why? Exactly. Why does it take 3 days to withdraw money to your bank account?
Because it's involving a bank. That's why.
Man, it's honestly ridiculous. So
this is why I think with Trezor or with Trezor or Ledger, if they do something like that and they can actually run it on separate from a bank and it can be fully decentralized, that would really cause some concern for the government. So probably.
Oh man,
we're so early.
So
I'm
early.
so excited. I can't fucking wait.
All I have is one question for the both of you, and I'll start with you, Medicated Link, is how many times do you check the charts for the price of Link on a daily basis?
Oh, I have it as a widget. I mean, it's anytime, literally anytime I'm on my phone, I'm watching it. But it's not like I'm watching it to either sell it or because I'm worried. I'm looking at dips to buy, or I'm zooming out, looking at the daily, seeing what's. I don't usually look at 1 hour, 5 minute, half hour charts. I'm just not buying on that type of scale. I buy 10, 20, 100 at a time if I can. But it usually goes on the credit card, and then try to figure out a way to get later. Piece of paid off.
Smart man.
It's kind of that's my Aave loan, guys. Right now,
Smart man.
I'd rather push these guys off because I had no debt. I worked my ass off this year, guys, just to get out of that job. I put in 60-hour weeks, 6 days a week, pushing my shit all the way through. Wearing a mask, all that bullshit, man. And it paid off. And Link, it just gave me the confidence to do it. I didn't have to sell a Link to do it. It just gave me the backbone there. So where if I have to go take out an Aave loan on top to pay off my credit cards, I'll figure it out. I am all in this fucking coin. Literally, it's my life. I'm loyal to it. I'm riding it to 7 cents where I'm going to see Zeus and I'm going to buy more.
Please, let's never go that low again.
It's like religion, though, guys. It's like a faith. You just believe in it. You don't know why. You can't see it. You can't touch Link. You just know that it's going to change the world. That it's the way to go. And I don't know. I can't. I just. You can't talk me out of it. I'll talk you into it.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. And Jim and I, to answer your question, obviously me switching full time as being a crypto trader now, I'm constantly looking at charts all day, every day, and I probably check, I don't know, at least 200 times at least, and it's the same answer as Medicated, honestly, as far as the reason. It's not because I'm worried about the 5, 10, 20 cent movement. It's more like, okay, hey, so what's the chart doing? I look on Dex tools and say, okay, wow, this whale on the other day, guys, I was on there on Dex tools and I saw this whale that had over $5 million on his account. That was just pressing link down, 1,000 sell order, 1,000 sell order, 1,000 sell order. And so like I'm looking at stuff like that. That's why I'm always looking at it.
Very nice, yeah.
Mhm.
And I can also confirm that I am a sucker for checking the price of Link pretty much probably
wow.
10 to 50 times a day just because personally I enjoy watching them bounce off the lines that I draw. It's like watching artwork, just watching these green candles, red candles, green candles, red candles, and I don't really get emotionally attached to the red either. Like you said, Medicated, it's just a
No.
buying opportunity and it's just the wave, it's the cycle. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing to check, and I love sharing it to people online as well, just to show where it is. And I say every day, like, it's a bargain, it's a bargain under 20, like you said, Link Speaker. It's just
Yep.
it's a
It really is.
beautiful price right now as well. So
Buy the dips. Only inexperienced traders are worried with red. The experienced traders, they see red as the buying opportunity.
Yeah, they get excited, right?
Very.
I mean, I'm not wanting the coin to go down, guys. I want to go to $100 right now, but I also want to stack more because I remember when we hit 20, I had this feeling like, why didn't I buy more? I wanted more. Like I should have gotten more, and that's the shoulda, coulda, woulda emotional hitting right in there. So it's
Yep.
like I'm trying to learn from my mistakes in this game of crypto we call, because it's been, it's almost been 3 years for me, and I've learned how to reel that in, how to be patient. This shit has taught me more patience than anything in life
Oh
ever
man.
has.
Are you
If you
kidding?
don't have it, you will get wiped out of here so fast chasing those 10, 20 cent pumps. I don't leverage bet. I've done it a couple times and I feel like I'm at a casino, literally.
Yes.
Like I'm not meant to do that. What I am good at is buying and holding and watching it pay off. That's what I'm good at.
I love
And
it.
that's what I've found out, because I've got my ass handed to me enough, and everybody will eventually. I mean, hopefully you don't lose all your money in the process, though. So, I mean, you gotta
I think
take these dips to the chin and buy more.
exactly.
If you can, if you can.
I think anyone that takes your strategy, right, of buy the dips, hold, don't worry about the in between movements, right? The dip down to 11 or the spike to 15 and then right back to 13. Don't worry about that stuff because you're an investor. If that's the strategy you're going to take and you're going to follow Medicated Link strategy and you just want to know in 5 years that your account is X% more, that's all you have to do is buy it, send it to your ledger, and be happy. And of course, once again, as a disclaimer, because I don't want someone trying to sue us, this is not financial advice. This is just
True.
us sharing this, our
What
passion.
I do, yeah. This isn't
Exactly.
financial advice. Just what I do, guys.
Exactly.
And I can add one thing that will help you in the dips, and when we are seeing a very red days, it will come again as the more we do increase in price. There's going to be big dips. All I do is take a breath, man. Go and meditate for 15, 20, 30 minutes and just really don't be emotionally attached to this, because you've got to have faith in the projects and you've got to know that it is going to increase within the near future. So just stay calm, don't be emotionally attached, and if you want, you speak to Medicated Link and he can hook you up as well.
Yeah.
or drink, or do what I did, just drink. Just
Yeah.
drink.
See, that's my
Drinking is good.
strategy when it comes to Link. I can't say the strategy for other cryptos. It's not the same. My strategy for Link is what that's why I don't mess with other cryptos, because I'll try to trade them and I'll end up, losing 20, 40, 50 here and there, and it just adds up so quickly and you're $200 down and you're like, I could have bought, probably like 18 Link for that or whatever,
Yeah.
So
Different strategy.
yeah, and if it's in your budget, guys, like if you have any spare money in your budget, if you have some shit sitting around in your house, there's some extra ways you can make some side money, and it's gonna pay off so much for us if we do it right now. So just grind that shit out. Pick up more hours at that wage cucking bullshit,
Agreed.
Grind it. Get that money and transfer it and fucking convert it into something that's gonna change your life. So I just can't see the dollar doing much except becoming digital. I mean,
And less
just
valuable.
think, paper money and change have no place in our digital society nowadays.
Zero.
Like it just doesn't make sense to have a chunk full of change in your pocket anymore. It just
Literally.
doesn't. So
In the olden days, banks used to be of value. I mean, imagine being wealthy in those days, and the majority of your money was in silver and dollar coins, right? I mean, that makes sense. Having a centralized, secure way to keep your money, and then you go in and withdraw it whenever you need it, right? That makes sense. Into today's society, especially with the technology coming out, people should, companies, entities should pay us to use our money. That's how it should work, and that's how you're having places like Celsius, right? All these big companies starting to come out that are saying, "Hey, we will give you rewards, massive rewards for holding your crypto on our platform." So I've seen somehow as high as 20% annual percentage rate, right? Just for holding your crypto on their platform, right? That's the new wave. Banks are old, so it's. I agree with you guys 100%.
There's just no sense. If you can find a safe, a nice place to put your crypto, and you can withdraw it whenever you want. Like when they make you lock it up for 30 days, that just reminds me of that whole Bree fiasco where you couldn't touch your money and you just watched it tank. So be careful with what be careful with what you get into. But when it's Link, you can believe in that. You can sleep safely at night knowing that you're going to be okay if you didn't overextend yourself. And if you're getting close, then you got to move some stuff around. We were talking about that earlier, there's a lot of loans out, and right now I'm putting mine on my credit card, but Aave's an option. I've looked at it for sure, and it's there. And if I get close enough on my bills, I'm going to pull out a loan on that. And I have that much faith in Link. I really do. That I'm going to tread water here and take on some debt and do what I have to do, because I know what we're gonna be here, and we're so early, but it's so soon too at the same time.
And to add to that, even if you do invest, and for example you do end up losing a little bit of money on it, you're always going to have the community support no matter what happens. That's the biggest thing for me as well.
Absolutely, get you up in those down times when it is dumping to 750. I mean, all of us feel that. I mean, you can't act like that's not hitting you, and watching yourself lose thousands of dollars isn't tough. But
well, you don't lose; you're just down.
Exactly, until you sell it, you don't
exactly lose is confirmation.
I could have, if I would have sold my Link at $5 in the middle of August before it went, or maybe the beginning for $5, and then it goes to 20. I couldn't sleep at night.
No.
I've already seen what Link can do. Like 3 separate times, I've seen it go from insane amounts to drop down, and then insane amounts. And it's just it's the way the market flows. You can't predict COVID. This
Volatility.
thing is COVID tested. It's election tested. There's not much left that is going to get in its way. I honestly don't see. I hope not. I mean, I don't know.
It can't. Well, if it can't, I mean, let's just look at the amount of integrations, right? I mean, we're past the elections, which was one thing that you were just talking about, and everyone else was talking about, right? As far as price movement, everyone's like, okay, let's figure out what the U.S. elections are going to do. We're past that. We're past the whole COVID lockdown, the whole country. Everyone's scared because we didn't know what COVID was, right? We're past all of that. And Link integrations are skyrocketing. We're seeing more and more integrations every single week, right? We're seeing the adoption of Chainlink starting to skyrocket. The Binance bots that were trying to keep us down are no longer able to keep us down anymore, right? We are all onboarding onto a rocket ship right now that is about to take off at face melting speeds. And see, here's something that's crazy too, that all 3 of us, I'm sure, are ecstatic about, is staking. The Chainlink team has talked about Q4 this year it being done. Q4 this year. We're in Q4. We will likely see a 5 to 10x over the course of a month or 2 after staking is released.
Is Sergey gonna be Santa this year? Or what?
So we'll see. So I think that's a great episode, guys. Right? We chatted about our stories, what got us in, the Chainlink community, some BS people trying to spread FUD and declare war on Pepe the Green Frog, right? And our faith in the Chainlink community. But what would you like to end off on, Medicated? You have any sign off for the listeners?
So grateful and thankful for this community. I can't, from Gemini making my profile pic to you always messaging me, and we're hitting ideas off each other, and it's just it's a beautiful thing to build these friendships while we're waiting for this thing to make us all wealthy. And I just can't tell you enough to just hold your coin, hold your link. Don't freak out over this dollar drop. We're gonna be fine. If it's in your budget, buy more. If it's not, buy more. You know what I mean? We don't have much time left to get on the rocket ship, like you were saying. This shit's gonna go so fast next time. When it breaks 20, I mean, it might stop at 25. It might go to 30 or 40. Like I see nothing but green in our future.
Yep.
I see green a lot too, guys. I know the color green. I might have green vision. Yeah, guys. I mean, it's great to talk to two people and like put a voice to your name and all that. And now, like, I feel like we're actually building real friendships. They're not just words on a keyboard on a social platform, you know. But yeah, guys, I'm more than appreciative for having me on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this has been a beautiful episode for me because it's just been flowy, and the fact we had Medicated Link on is being a guy that I've been following from early days, and we both share something in common, and it's quite nice just to see the energy and feel the energy through a screen. To be fair, and listening to three random people that I've never met in real life, and this is what the crypto, well, not the crypto community, but the Chainlink community can bring to your life. It just brings love, happiness. Good memes, beautiful Pepe the Frogs, and positive energy whenever you need it the most. And like you said, Medicated, it isn't just about making money. They are there to. We are all here to help each other, and we're all going to be on that boat together in the future. So all the weak-handed people, they're not supposed to make it.
No.
And I am excited for the future, and just to get more and more people to interact with us and come on the show, and eventually it's going to keep growing and we're going to keep learning together. So I just appreciate the opportunities that have been created for me just by giving back to the community. It comes back tenfold. So stay positive and just stay humble.
And guys, thank you so much for listening through to the end of episode 3. We appreciate it. Please make sure to give us as much feedback as possible. That helps us become better hosts. If you guys would like to hear anything specific or us to cover things, please let us know. And of course, please follow us on Twitter. It's Linkcentric at Linkcentric. And subscribe on YouTube. Thank you guys so much and have a fantastic day.